Hello everyone, hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start off with cleaning up the Aethercurrents in whatever this zone's called, Shaaloani or something, Shaaloani. And then we're going to head into the dome. Let's not dilly-dally anymore. Gotta get up and do the cinematic walk. What the heck do I press again? I don't remember what thing you do to the cinematic walk, so we can't do a cinematic walk out of the saloon here. So we'll just run out instead. First, we have to take care of... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the ones, how many we have left. We have 5 overworld ones and 4 blue quests. We'll take care of the blue quest here first. And while we're doing that, we'll keep a lookout for the leftover overworld ones. Let's go ahead and talk to Tonzohi and fix our camera and then get started. When the bill comes due, Tonzohi is seeking help with a family matter. Say, aren't you the one who was stirring up a fuss in town not long ago? I could use a capable hand like yours, if you'd be willing to lend it. The name's Tonzohi, and I'm not from around here. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't be using this accent then. Truth be told, I live in... I'm not... Okay, John... You said this before. Make an effort to pronounce these names. Luwa ten inya wasa. Wasa. But I'm here visiting my grandson. Is this a man or a woman? Hold on. Okay, it is a guy. I was excited to see him after so... Is it? Or is it grandma? Oh no, it's an old grandpa. I was excited to see him after so long. But then I spied him dealing with some unsavory looking man, exchanging unusually large sums of money. Well, that can't be good. I confronted him about what I saw, and he'll say little more than, "It's just a misunderstanding," then grumble as he changes the subject. I realize this is sudden, but could you see if there's anything that can be done to help him? He's in trouble, I just know it. Well, sounds like a problem I shouldn't be dealing with. Oh. A weight has been lifted off my heart. Bless you, miss. His name is Zit-Equa. Last I saw him, he was heading inside this here saloon. The Tonawata, with a red cap, pulled down over his face to cover those bruises, most like. You can't miss him. Well, sounds like he's been getting a bit roughed up. Anyway, let's go ahead and try and find him in the saloon. Okay, it looks like I thought I saw him upstairs when I was looking around for a place to do the stream. Yeah, there he is. Well, I hear you're in a bit of trouble. Want to talk about it? A new face in town, eh? Well, what can I do for you? Oh, what can I do you for? Okay, that makes more sense with their dialect. Thinks I'm in trouble, does he? There he goes, jumping to conclusions as usual. I thought it'd be less of a hassle if I didn't tell them. Truth is, I've been helping other folks in town with their money troubles. Oh, he's the loan shark. Matter of fact, that man you just saw leaving a moment ago is one of my clients. I should probably explain it from the beginning. My work involves loaning guild. Oh yes, he's the loan shark. My work involves loaning guild to folks having trouble with coin for one reason or another. There's a reason I don't lend them pale, but I'll get to that in a moment. Or is he a counterfeiter? My family's lived here long before there was ever a town here, but then people moved in and they started expanding. Before long, Kemuk's family approached us about selling our land. It was around the time when trades overseas was gaining in popularity. I had it in good authority that Gil was on its way to becoming a common currency here in the wilds, so I decided to sell the land for Gil and use those funds to start my business. Sure enough, everything went as expected, and the business is starting to do well. It's not without its troubles, seeing as money is involved, but I never lend to any unsavory types. Then why was your grandfather talking about You talking with unsavory types. Your grandfather's worried sick about you. Why not simply explain all this to your grandfather? Because there's more to it than this. The whole point of me keeping quiet was so I wouldn't make him worry. Seems my silence only made things worse. Yeah. He found himself in a real tight corner once. Gil's what got him in there. And now he wants nothing to do with the stuff. Well, that makes sense. When I told him about my idea to sell the land the moment Gil came out of my mouth, his whole mood turned sour. He said he'd put everything in my name, and whatever happens after this is on me. It's not exactly easy to bring up my work when it involves the one thing he seems to hate more than anything, but maybe it's time I change that. This job does more than just put food on the table. I'm able to help people, help this town. But how do I get him to see that? I've got it. You're going to come and watch me work. What? Grandpa won't hear anything I have to say if it involves Gil, but he might come around to first-hand account from you. So come and see what good my work does for... Oh, right, that's the name of the town. Husatawi. Husatawi, I think that's right. And how I help people here. He did send you here to help me, didn't he? I promised to make it worth your while. Well, you do seem to be a person who is literally giving out to Gil. Then again, the 100 million in my pocket just kind of like makes yours look, you know, puny in comparison. Oh, I guess I have to do more than just that. I thought it was going to be just wrapping up the quest right away like they've done with all the other blue quests. Or the other blue Aethercurrent quests. Right then, before we get started, I should probably know who it is I'm working with. Just some person. Brilliant, eh? Well, Brilliant, our first job is to go and see a miner named Wakawaze. He had a pretty bad accident on a job a while back, and workers' comp isn't a thing in this region because we're representing America. Had no money for treatment or anything really, so I loaned him the Gil he needed to keep on his feet. But now it's well past time he returns what he owes, and he hasn't said a word. There's been time enough for him to not only return back to work, but also receive his wages. Several times, in fact. He usually comes here into town when he's not working, and his shift ends soon. Meet me just outside town. If we're lucky, we'll catch him just as he arrives. This guy is not... He's alone. He's a loner. Or what's the right word for this? He's not a lone shark. So far we haven't seen any bad... him doing any sort of like... anything bad, but... it still doesn't seem quite right. Also, this guy does not... I can see... Well, I was gonna say I could see that because of his tattoos, but then I realized that's just the Sky Worker's signet. Or whatever they call it. Explain yourself, Wakawaze. You're here for the money? I was gonna pay, honest. I just mixed up dates is all. Can't we settle this later? I'm busy. Yeah, you're gonna go spend your money at the bar. I know you're lying, Wakawaze. And you're not going anywhere until you can look me in the eye and tell me why you're late paying me back. He's obviously hiding something, and I'm not looking to start trouble. I don't suppose there's anything you to do, persuade him. Maybe a little flex to show him you're serious. Right. Let's flex on him. Because this big giant, because a Midlander here, or whatever they call them in this area, is definitely going to be intimidated by a bunny girl. Then again, I am taller than him, even. I'm a little shorter than him if you exclude the ears. You gods! Look at those arms! Yeah, sure. And those freakishly hard neck, right. Fine. Just put all that away. I didn't even have to draw my sword. This guy's a weakling. It's all here, and with interest. If you had the money, why'd you go through all the trouble avoiding me? When I was still on the mend, my lady friend took really good care of me. See, I wanted to buy her something fancy to thank her, and, well... I can just get another loan, right? I understand, really I do. But if you really want to make her happy, you need to get your life together. Okay, that wouldn't... okay. Usually... That's not usually the kind of advice you get from someone like him. Who's lending money and stuff. Usually you don't want them to get their life together, so they keep on getting loans from you. I'm willing to give you a loan one last time, but we're gonna have a long talk about how you managed your savings first. Wait, this guy's like actually a good guy. You're right. What good am I to her if I'm just out on the street without a guild or even a pell to my name? I'll give it some thought and we can talk later. I can't blame him for wanting to show his appreciation to a loved one, but it's no excuse to get carried away with his spending. So what do you think of my job? The money I loaned him paid for his treatment and supporting him through his recovery. That has to count for something, right? I'm still not convinced. It seemed like more of a happy accident to me. Let's go with that. Well, there's always our next client. When you're ready, we can be on our way. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna turn into a tribe quest, because didn't we already start 3 quest lines with 3 other tribes? Yeah, this wouldn't make sense to be a tribe to continue on into a Allied Society quest line, but it might just be a side quest chain that you can come back and do later eventually. Anyway, let's go ahead and check the Aether Compass, and north is the next one. And yeah, I actually went all the way. It's right here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and head on over to this blue quest instead, and then we'll go ahead and work on that. And then I know that there's an Aether Current over here. That inside, like, I think there's a cave over here or something, or apparently a canyon. So we'll need to go ahead and pick that up. But first we're gonna go ahead and do the blue quest that we're heading to right here. Oops, that's a tree. Now the question is, how do I actually get to that place? It looks like I might need to run all the way around. Yeah, it looks like I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't get. I may be able to get out there, but I can't get in there. Let's see. Our next victim, person we're going to help, should be right around the corner. There he is. Pomepia. What can I help you with? Meeting of the spirits. Well, this doesn't sound very safe. If you're planning to explore the local area, you may as well make yourself useful in the process. Why? Welcome, traveler. I wonder if while you're out exploring, you might be able to do me a small favor. Do I have to? Well, considering the Aethercurrent you have in your pocket. Also, this is a girl, right? Yes. It's an old lady. There's a cave network nearby where my daughter has gone to offer her prayers, but she's forgotten the all-important fish oil candle. Also, I just realized, what is this supposed to be based on? Probably, obviously we're supposed to be in like the wild western area of the United States in that like time period as well. So I would guess this is supposed to be in like the New Mexico area or Arizona. Either way, let's keep on going. I would take it to her myself, but if it weren't for the terrible pain in my foot, well, that's not an excuse, just walk it off. Oh, it hurts something fierce, it does. Do you think you could give her this candle for me? I guess so if you give me that Aethercurrent in your pocket. Alright, let's go find, did she say daughter or granddaughter? She had the old lady, facial, texture, I think. but I think she actually said daughter. Okay, how far away is this? Ah, okay, yeah, there's an Aethercurrent in here. Great. That's why we didn't go and get it, why we didn't bother going and getting it when we are actually over in this area. Because we needed to go up on top of that ridge, if I recall correctly, and literally go through bird poop. Or whatever the heck these things are, yekadactyl things. Okay, hopefully this is the right direction. Yeah, because I can see that there's probably the cave entrance right there. Yeah, let me actually check the Aether compass. Yeah, northwest. It should be in here somewhere. Yawikawa Canyon. Man, I changed the brightness and gamma on my monitor. Now I can like barely see in here. I should probably turn it up just a tiny bit more. Let's see, where do we need to go? Ah, there they are. And there's the Aethercurrent. Let's go ahead and grab the Aethercurrent first. All right, now let's go ahead and talk with the contemplative woman. Something I can help you with? Here's your fish oil candle. I'm sure that smells great when you burn it. You came all this way to deliver this? I'm awfully grateful to you. And to my ma for realizing I'd forgotten to bring a candle. You see, these caverns are sacred ground, where we come to pray to our ancestors and the more recently deceased. These flames provide the living with a way to commune with the dead. And thanks to you, I can light a candle of my own and say a little prayer. Since you're here, maybe you could stand before the flame and offer a few words to your departed loved ones. It don't matter where you're from, all spirits are welcome here, living or dead. I don't think I will. Let's head on back over and turn this quest in. See, it's just literally go talk to her again, right? Yep. Let's head on back there. Alright, there she is. Let's see the green check mark. There it is. I'm gonna talk to her and wrap this one up, and then that's 2 of the quests done. Welcome back. I'm guessing you were able to find my daughter. No doubt in her usual spot. She never was one to do things the easy way. You know, as much as of a stickler for traditions as she is. She actually works for the railroad company. That's interesting. Still, I gotta hand it to her. She manages to work towards a promising future without losing sight of her roots. I sure am proud of her, but don't tell her I said that, will you? Without her wanting her to get a big head or nothing. Well, I'd say me and my daughter of mine have taken up enough of your time. But it was awful nice meeting you. Thanks a million for helping out. And there's another Aethercurrent done. Okay, so I know that there's one up here. And let's go ahead and check the compass again. Northeast, so it's probably that one. So let's go ahead and teleport over to here and take a look at this and start this blue quest. And then, yeah, the last one's over there. I think there might be one to the west. Northwest, yes. There's one up in the northwesterly direction. I'm gonna guess it's like right around here. But let's go ahead and pick up this blue quest and try and check and see if it's over by another Aethercurrent like the other one was. Hello, Wasanpe. A bad case of the Blue Devils. Wasanpe of Shishinewezi Springs, a short one porter. Hey, you traveler. You came here from down the Tuliolol Trail, right? Happened to see a woman on the road? Maybe nursing a limp, a sore head, or some such? I'm gonna have to go look for them. I thought I was gonna have to become the courier, or the porter. No sign, huh? I work here at the refinery, and it seems now I have a problem. Well, that's why you have a question marker above your head. It's a friend of mine, Kayameni. She set out for Tuliolol not long back, but only her Renik returned, pulling an empty wagon. Well, that's not good. Was thinking the animal just got spooked by something. Sent Kayameni sprawling in the dust and hightailed it back here. What if you didn't see her? Say, you couldn't go and take another look, could you? I'd go myself, but I'm 2 hands down as it is. I mean, I guess I can if you give me that Aether Current. Thanks, friend. She was taking cargo for ceruleum to the old trailhead. You know the way, right? Well, I have a map that tells me where it is. What do you mean, a map? Nothing. Just take the road southeast from town. She'll be somewhere along it. If you find her, tell her to get her hide back here as quick as she can. We've got work to do. Well, let's go try and find her. Unfortunately, that's not where the Aether Current is, but I mean, we can't expect them all to be in a perfectly convenient places. Let's see, the orange circle of doom is right on the trail or not? Maybe it'll be just off the trail. If I recall correctly, the blue devils were like, were they a bird or were they like these like ceruleum bomb things? Because we needed to kill some for, well, that doesn't look good. We needed to kill some for the quest during MSQ, I believe. Hello there, Kayamene. Ah, finally! You don't know how good it is to see a friendly face. Your boss told me to come and tell you to get back to work. Where's Sanpei sent you? Gods, he's going to dock my pay, isn't he? Well, at least the Renique in the wagon made it back. A good thing it all happened after I dropped off the ceruleum, too. Don't want to think how much the company would charge me if I lost the load. Maybe that's what the beast was after. The beast? Oh, I didn't tell you about the beast, did I? I was only just out from the trailhead when it sprang up on us out of nowhere. Naturally, my Renique bolted. Stupid animal. Managed to hold on this far, but I eventually lost my grip and took a dirt bath. Still, it could have been worse. At least I didn't break anything, and it was you that found me, not the beast. Speaking of, didn't you see it on the way down? Did you? A horrible blue blobby thing? No. Oh. Yeah, I see it, character. How could you not? How scary. Just like that. Oh gods, it's the beast. It's found me. Right. The beast. It was a lot more aggressive down by the trailhead, I swear. Why isn't it attacking? Huh? I guess it took one look at you and lost its appetite. Well, that's an understandable reaction. Thanks, partner. I've lived here my whole life and never seen anything like that blue blob before. But others have. I heard about them from my fellow tappers. Like ceruleum with skin, they said. Started showing their ugly faces a few years back. Prowling around by the wells. Well, that would make sense. They reported it to the foreman, but they weren't interested. The way they consider it, so long as we've still got all our limbs attached, the blob aren't a threat. Well, that sounds about right. But they damn well better change their minds after them now. If it's not enough that one of their best employees could have been killed, they could have lost a wagon load of ceruleum. Well, that's the important part. Who cares about you? I mean, what? Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Say, Brilliant, would you come back to the company offices with me? They can't wave it away so easily if both of us are telling the same story. I mean, I guess I can. Thank you kindly. Come on then, let's head back to... I'm gonna stop trying to pronounce the names. Alright, let's just go ahead and teleport back. And then let me actually pull up an Aethercurrent map because I forgot to do that before. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so the one, yeah, there's one we got that one. Yes, the one that we need is 3. And then there's actually 2 over in the northeast area. And then there's 9. So that's... Yeah, that's all... We were missing... Oh no, we got this one. So there's one on the other side of the lake. Yes, so there's one... We got the one that was right here, but there's also one on the other side of the lake. So that would be 1, 2, 3, and I think that's all we had left. Oh no, there's a 4th one too. So that's probably... There was one over here. I don't know if we actually got it. Anyway, let's turn in this quest and then we'll do a better count on the Aethercurrents we have left. Home at last. For a moment there, I didn't think I'd see the old place again. And I can tell you right now, I'm not taking another wagon out until the company tells me exactly what they're going to do to protect their precious employees from those rotten blobs. Are you with me? I guess. Yeah, okay, that quest line will continue on later. Let's go ahead and check the Aether Compass. Northwest. Let's go ahead and try and pick that Aether Current up. And then we'll probably go ahead and... So there is one right here. But I'm not sure if how I want to do that. If I want to actually run over here, or if I'm gonna... I think I'll probably just teleport over here. And then we'll do the blue quests, and then we'll decide... And then I'll decide what order I want to do these. Because there's one here, I know for sure. And there's one over here for sure. Okay, still northwest, so this is the one that we haven't gotten yet. We must have gotten the one that's right here. And there it is. Go ahead and see if we can Skyrim horse our way up here. Yep. Alright, next closest one is to the east. Yeah, it's probably this one right here. Let's go ahead and teleport to this place, and then we'll go ahead and do the blue quest there. Let's see, where's Mr. Blue Quest? There he is. Concerned Herder. Renique Seeker. The distance lowing The distance lowing coming from the far reaches of Lake Torari seems to indicate something is amiss. Well met, traveler. Have you perhaps seen a Renique calf around here? I spotted a youngster south of Lake Tori. It seemed like they'd gotten separated from their kin. With all the hunger fiends that roam the area, the poor beast doesn't stand much of a chance without someone to protect it. Thing is, I'm just not cut out to defend it from any would-be predators. You, on the other hand, seem more than capable of handling yourself. Unless it's a minion, I don't want it. Would you be willing to seek out the calf and escort it back here in my stead? They ought to be somewhere to the south of the lake. Okay. In that case, I'm going to head over to the other side of the lake, because there is an Aether Current on the other side here. Yeah, an Aether Current on the other side here, and then I'll go ahead and actually find the calf. Now, unfortunately, I think the fastest way to get there would still actually be just go straight across and swim all the way through. It's going to take forever. Yeah, it's probably on the dock over there. I'll try and go perpendicular so that I can get to land as fast as possible. Let's see. Yeah, I can't actually see the calf or anything, or unless I can and I don't realize it. I'm guessing the Aether Current's going to be on the dock on the other side there, because the first one was like on the, I think might have been on the dock there. Yeah, this is really deep. Jeez. Ah, there it is. Not directly on the dock, but it's right there. Alright, let's head on down to the south side of the lake and find that calf. What do you mean? It's right down here on my leg. Oh, you mean that? You mean like a Renique calf? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it would still be faster to actually run all the way around. In this case, because we're only going halfway across, or halfway around, it's faster to just run around. Versus having to run to the complete opposite side. It was faster for me to just swim across the lake, even though it took a minute. Also, man, this is so deep. Can you actually go underwater here? Sir. How are you not intimidated by my presence? Oh, that's a pretty big, but I guess that is about the right size for a calf, considering how big a full-grown Renique is. Brrr. The lost Renique calf eyes you expectantly. Escort the lost Renique calf safely to its owner. Should you fail to defend the calf or move too far away, it will return to the starting position. Really, Square Enix? Didn't you get rid of these kinds of fates? I have to sit here and just watch it. At least I don't have to beckon it like you did in like ARR fates. Oh good, he'll actually just follow me. Yeah, back and their fates. No, those are leave. No, they're leave quests, where you literally have to like beckon the NPC in order to like get them to. Hold on, what the heck am I doing? I need to like think for a second. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, this one's kind of annoying because the Renique is gonna like try and fight the thing, or fight the enemies, so you can't just like run ahead. Like on the on some of those where you have to actually use like the beckon emote, which is why I have it on the bar here. You have to actually like target the NPC and press beckon, and then it'll go as far as you take it. Tail screw, that's a little more dangerous than tail whip. Okay, that took that one down. Looks like we're almost back there. Of course, now they're gonna have me actually run through the normal enemies. I really hope there isn't another one. I'm like we're close enough. There can't be another pack of enemies. We're like literally in the town at this point. Alright, reached our destination. Ah, there you are. Yep, there I am, and you're gonna give me my Aethercurrent. You returned with the calf. What a relief to see the hit so unharmed. You would be surprised how often Renique calves go astray. In most cases, they fall prey to some fiend, but such is the way of the nature. Though if you manage to get there before the fiends raise the calf from a young age, they make an excellent beast of burden. I'm not suggesting I'd go as far to kill the calf's parents and single one out. Yet, I do make a point of trying to rescue any stragglers I happen across. The way I see it, that's as much of a part of nature as any other fate or need could meet. Thank you, traveler, for bringing this one back safe and sound. I shall do my utmost to care for it. I don't think that's quite the accent that these people have, but we'll just go with it. Alright, that should be all the blue quest Aethercurrent. That should be all the quest Aethercurrents. Yes. And now we've got 2 more overworld ones. And I know that there's one right here, which is probably the closest one to us. Yes, so let's go ahead and head on over to that one. And then I'll try and work out, looking at the map, figuring out which one we haven't done. Ah, it's probably one right over here. So we'll grab this one, and then that should be the last of the Aethercurrents. These really aren't that bad. People who hate Aethercurrents really haven't done a WoW flying grind. You know, back when they actually made you do stuff for them. And didn't just give it to you at the beginning of the expansion. I still think that's a bad decision. I like the way that they do it in this game, where it's a little bit of a hassle, but it's not so much where you have to like spend weeks grinding to unlock it. There we go, there's the Aethercurrent. I actually went by this Aethercurrent for something else I was working on, but I ended up not I wanted to make sure I didn't pick it up because I wanted to make sure to do it on video. Alright, the last one should be to the east. Yes, it is. Good, because I didn't want to have to figure out which one it was. Well, I guess it was no matter what, it was going to point to the one that we haven't done yet. So I guess that's not really much of a problem. Or I guess that wouldn't have been a problem if it wasn't this one. It'll also go ahead and give me this exploration area, which I'll need to fly around to get the rest of the areas at some point. But I'm not going to care about it. Oh, I didn't know there was a flying Lala here. And there we go, some more nutsacks. I'll eventually get on the hunt grind again. Oh, that's a nice B rank there. Obviously I'm not level 100, so can't actually fight that thing. I mean, I'm level 97, so I might be able to survive it, but I'm not gonna chance it. Okay, the Aether Current should be like right here. Yep. Go ahead and pick this up and unlock flying. There we go.